Before you close your eyes, hold a sense of what right now being enough would truly mean to you, just for a moment. Then release it and allow the words to do the rest. By the time this is over, you will feel the present moment land as its own thing, not the warm-up for the next one. You will recognize the pre-edit that has been running underneath every uneventful hour for years, and you will walk away softer toward the minute you are actually inside. Here is what to expect. The first few minutes settle you. Then one phrase begins to circle back like waves coming in and going out, each return a little deeper than the last. There is nothing to do, only to receive. Right now is enough, more than enough. Enough on its own, enough without having to lead to anything. Not provisional, not a draft of a better moment, not on its way somewhere else. The actual thing. An hour that gets to be its own hour. An afternoon that does not have to add up to anything. A morning that is allowed to count by itself. A minute that does not owe the future its meaning. And in this practice, you are not learning to stay still. You are letting the moment you are in stop being a stepping stone. You are teaching your mind, your body, and your nervous system to feel safe with what is already here, without it having to lead anywhere to count. Because the present moment does not only require attention, it also requires permission. Permission to count. Permission to be enough. Permission to not have to lead anywhere. That is what this affirmation begins to settle into your body. You will hear the same words repeated again and again. And with repetition, the message starts to go deeper. Deeper than the next thing reflex. Deeper than the felt sense that the moment is provisional. Deeper than the lifelong habit of treating now as a stepping stone. You may begin to feel something soften. A quieter relationship with the moment you are in. A sense that this minute does not have to go anywhere to count. You may begin to notice evidence. The way the ordinary hour stops feeling thin. The way an uneventful afternoon starts to feel sufficient on its own. A felt sense that what is here is already the actual thing. This is how the inner change begins. And inner change creates outer movement. So for the next few minutes, let yourself enter the reality of right now being enough. Let yourself feel what it would be like if this moment did not have to lead anywhere. If this hour did not have to produce anything. If this minute did not have to be a stepping stone. If what was happening right now was already complete. If you did not have to be on your way to the next thing. That is the reality you are stepping into now. Take a slow breath in and tense everything you can. Hands, arms, shoulders, chest, stomach, legs. Hold for just a moment, then release it all. Feel the softness that follows. Take a moment to settle. Let the outside world grow quiet. Nothing to solve right now. nothing to force, nothing to chase. Just breathe. Inhale slowly and exhale softly. Again, with each breath, let your body loosen. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Relax your neck. Relax your chest. Relax your stomach. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. Let this moment be enough. You are exactly where you need to be. And now, begin to remember a new reality. A reality where this moment does not have to lead anywhere. A reality where what is happening is already complete. A reality where you are allowed to let now count on its own. You do not need to earn this. You do not need to deserve this. You do not need to be doing anything to make this moment enough. You are allowed to let right now be enough. Let that sink in. You are allowed to let right now be enough. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete, and you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Feel yourself already settled inside this. Your body knows this feeling. Let it remember. Right now is enough. Right now is already enough. Right now, exactly as it is, with nothing added, with nothing improved, is already enough. The enough is not in the future. The enough is not behind a condition. The enough is here. You can let yourself feel it. You can stop waiting for the version that finally counts. Right now is enough. This moment does not have to lead anywhere. This moment does not have to lead anywhere to be valid. This moment, the one you are sitting inside, the one happening between these words, does not have to lead anywhere to be valid. The leading is not the point. The leading was never the point. The moment is the point. You can let it stop being a stepping stone. You can let it become its own thing. This moment does not have to lead anywhere. This hour does not have to produce anything. This hour does not have to produce anything to count as a real hour. This hour, uneventful, ordinary, the kind that used to feel like a placeholder, does not have to produce anything to count as a real hour. The hour is real. The hour is yours. The hour does not owe you anything in return for being it. You can let the hour off the hook. You can let yourself off the hook for being inside it. This hour does not have to produce anything. What is happening is already complete. What is happening right now is already complete on its own. What is happening right now, the breath, the room, the light, the small sounds, is already complete on its own, with no further part required to make it whole. The completeness is not waiting on anything. The completeness is here. The completeness is the actual definition of what is happening. You can let yourself feel the completeness. You can stop scanning for what is missing. What is happening is already complete. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete, and you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Let the words drop deeper now, not just in your mind, in your body, in your energy, in your sense of what is possible. The ordinary minute is allowed to count. The ordinary minute is allowed to count as a real one. The ordinary minute, nothing dramatic happening, nothing being figured out, nothing on its way to becoming a story, is allowed to count as a real one. The ordinary is the texture of most of your life. The ordinary is where you actually live. The ordinary deserves to be allowed in. You can let the ordinary count. You can stop treating it as filler. The ordinary minute is allowed to count. An uneventful afternoon is enough. An uneventful afternoon is enough on its own terms. An uneventful afternoon, the kind where nothing happened, the kind you used to apologize for, is enough on its own terms without having to be the lead up to anything. The uneventful is not a failure. The uneventful is not wasted. The uneventful is its own kind of full. You can let the uneventful be sufficient. You can stop ranking the day by what it produced. An uneventful afternoon is enough. A quiet hour is not a draft. A quiet hour is not a draft of a louder one. A quiet hour, when nothing is happening, when no one is calling, when nothing is being achieved, is not a draft of a louder one, and it is not waiting to become anything else. The quiet is the actual hour. The quiet is the hour itself. The quiet does not need replacing. You can let the quiet be the real thing. You can stop treating it as the placeholder. A quiet hour is not a draft. You do not have to be on your way to something. You do not have to be on your way to something for this minute to be okay. You do not have to be on your way to something, to be earning, to be improving, to be heading toward, to be becoming, for this minute to be okay. The on your way to is a habit. The on your way to is not a requirement. The on your way to can rest. You can let yourself just be here. You can let the forward motion stop being the proof. You do not have to be on your way to something. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete. And you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Let it become familiar. Let it become normal. Let it become your new inner truth. The pre-edit can stop running. The pre-edit of, am I where I should be by now, can stop running. The pre-edit, The quiet meter that has been measuring every uneventful hour against an imagined better one can stop running underneath the moment you are actually in. The pre-edit is exhausting. The pre-edit is unnecessary. The pre-edit can be set down. You can let the meter quiet. You can let the comparison drop. The pre-edit can stop running. The next thing reflex can quiet. The next thing reflex can quiet for as long as you let it. The next thing reflex, the automatic look toward what should be coming next, the felt pull away from now and toward later, can quiet for as long as you let it, and the present moment can stop having to compete with the imagined one. The reflex is old. The reflex is not who you are. The reflex is allowed to soften. You can let yourself stop reaching forward. You can let now win. The next thing reflex can quiet. The stepping stone framing can drop away. The stepping stone framing can drop away from the hour you are inside. The stepping stone framing, the quiet conviction that this hour is on the way to a more important one, that this day is on the way to a better day, that this season is on the way to the season that finally counts, can drop away from the hour you are inside. The framing is a habit. The framing is not the truth. The framing was always optional. You can let the hour be the destination. You can let the day be the day. The stepping stone framing can drop away. The hunger for what should be coming can soften. The hunger for what should be coming can soften into the hour you already have. The hunger for what should be coming, the restless ache that the next thing should already be here, the felt deficit of a now that does not match the imagined later, can soften into the hour you already have, and the hour you already have can become enough to hold you. The hunger is real but not accurate. The hunger is naming a problem that is not here. The hunger can rest. You can let yourself be fed by what is in front of you. You can stop being hungry for the version that has not arrived. The hunger for what should be coming can soften. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete, and you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Notice the stillness that follows. That is the feeling of something settling, something landing. The work is done. Let it be done. What is here is already counting. What is here right now is already counting toward your real life. What is here right now? The breath, the body in the chair, the small, uneventful texture of this minute is already counting toward your real life and not toward some practice version of it that comes later. The counting is not deferred. The counting is happening. The counting includes this. You can let it count. You can stop treating your real life as the one that starts later. What is here is already counting. The current moment does not need a result. The current moment does not need a result to justify itself. The current moment, by being the current moment, does not need a result to justify itself, and it never has. The justification is not required. The justification was never required. The moment is its own permission. You can let it stop performing. You can let it just be. The current moment does not need a result. Today does not have to be on its way to a better today. Today does not have to be on its way to a better today to be a real today. Today, exactly as today is, with the small unfinished things and the ordinary rhythm and the textures that have been there all along, does not have to be on its way to a better today to be a real today. Today is not a draft. Today is not a placeholder. Today is one of the real ones. You can let today be enough. You can stop deferring your life into the day after. Today does not have to be on its way to a better today. The hour you are in is its own hour. The hour you are in is its own hour, with its own meaning. The hour you are in, between this minute and the one that follows, is its own hour, with its own meaning, not borrowed from the hours that come after. The hour does not need outside meaning. The hour does not need a context to count. The hour is enough on its own. You can let the hour be the hour. You can stop pulling meaning from the future. The hour you are in is its own hour. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete, and you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Let your nervous system learn this feeling. Let your mind learn this feeling. Let your body learn this feeling. The present is not provisional. The present is not a provisional version of life. The present, the minute you are inside, the breath you just took, the moment continuing right now, is not a provisional version of life that is waiting to become real. The provisional framing is the wound. The provisional framing is not the truth. The present has always been the actual thing. You can let the provisional framing drop. You can stop waiting to start living. The present is not provisional. The present is the real one. The present is the only real one. The present, not the imagined later, not the remembered earlier, not the version of you who finally has it figured out, is the only real one. The real one is here. The real one has always been here. The real one is what you are in. You can let the real one count. You can stop chasing a more real one. The present is the real one. You are already inside the moment you have been waiting for. You are already inside the moment you have been waiting for, not on the way to it. You are already inside the moment you have been waiting for. The ordinary, unspectacular moment that you used to think was leading somewhere else, not on the way to it, but actually here, sitting inside it. The arrival has happened. The arrival happens every minute. The arrival is not a future event. You can let yourself notice you have arrived. You can stop traveling toward the destination you are already in. You are already inside the moment you have been waiting for. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete, and you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete, and you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Right now is enough. This hour does not have to produce anything. This minute does not have to lead anywhere. What is happening is already complete, and you do not have to be on your way to the next thing. Notice the stillness that follows. That is the feeling of something settling, something landing. The work is done. Let it be done. Now rest in the feeling. You do not need to do anything. You only need to let right now be enough, without it having to lead anywhere, without it having to produce anything, without it having to be on its way to the next thing. Breathe. Open. Allow. When you open your eyes, you are different than when you close them. Let that be true. Notice what feels more possible. Notice what feels lighter. The present moment is not far. You are already inside it.